Hi, this is Chloe here at magicalwellness.co. For this week, I have drawn the Wheel of Fortune from the Crystal Unicorns Tarot. And as you can see, it's a very traditional version of this with a unicorn thrown in for good luck. And also there's, over here, the crystal that Pamela Chen associates with this card, which is jade. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there are a lot of different ways that you can see it. I mean, some people just see it as, good luck and, good karma coming around. You can also see it as the kind of plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose. The more things change, the more things just stay the same. But another way of seeing it also is about like the cycles of life and the way that everything does change. Change is a constant, even though some of the underlying things obviously do stay the same. I mean, in some ways, we humans are the same as we were, 10,000 years ago maybe, or, that's the kind of idea that we still have, we still love and we still hate. And it's like that stuff about facial expressions being the same the world over. And that is also through time that, you can tell if someone is lying or if someone is happy or if someone is faking a smile or what have you from their micro expressions from wherever they are on the planet, from whichever culture they've been brought up in. There are some things that are very basic human things, genetic, rather than cultural. So there is that base that is unchanging. And one of those things I think that is somewhat unchanging is that we struggle with change. If things are changing very rapidly, if there's a lot going on, it can be hard to get your head around it, to keep up with the changes. And even when they're positive changes, even when they're good things, you can kind of feel like, oh my God, now I have to rethink everything. I have to change the way I've been behaving. I have to change the way I've been thinking about things because it's gone and changed again. It's certainly something that I notice a lot, with a young child that, every single month there's something different and something new. And now as a mum, I have to adapt and find a way to deal with it. So there's a lot that can be quite stressful about that, even if they are positive changes. So we're going to tap a bit on that, on how change can be stressful, and perhaps on some ideas about what to do about it. So if that sounds good to you, then you can just tap along. And as the Crystal Unicorns Tarot recommends jade for this, I've got a little jade Kuan Yin. If you have any jade, you could tap using your jade, because tapping with crystals really can enhance the whole process. And this is the crystal that's recommended by Pamela Chen for this particular card, so why not give it a try? And if you don't have a crystal, hey, your fingers will do just fine. So, starting on the karate chop point. Even though everything is changing and moving, and I'm not quite sure where I stand, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling as though I'm being whirled off my feet. And there's always something new to deal with. And I can't quite get my head around it all. I deeply and completely love and forgive myself. Even though everything is changing, or maybe it's just one thing that's changing, but it's a big thing. And I'm not quite sure how to deal with it. I'm feeling a bit discombobulated, a bit confused, a bit uncertain. And do I have to change how I'm behaving? Do I have to change what I'm thinking about this? Why can't things just stay the same? And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Tapping around the points. These changes, and I'm not quite sure how to manage them. I feel a bit overwhelmed, like I've been knocked off my feet, whirled around and tossed out. How should I behave? What should I do? What should I think about this all? And they say that change is a constant, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Having to rethink things, having to figure out a new way of responding, and even when it's a positive change, it still means that I have to rethink my position, that I might have to change how I'm responding, have to change what I do and how I think. And I'm exhausted by having to keep changing. I feel like the Red Queen in Alice Through the Looking Glass, constantly running as fast as I can go, just to stay in exactly the same spot. How am I ever supposed to move forward? How can I handle this change better? Because right now it's just got me confused and uncertain, feeling rushed off my feet, not knowing how to respond to it. And I'm open to the possibility that there is a different way. I'm open to the possibility of there being a way for it to be easy. It can be easy. And maybe what I need to do is to find my own centre. And I wonder what that would look like. Maybe an answer will come to me right now. Or maybe it'll come to me later. How can I get more centered? And maybe I could inspire myself through the earth element. Doing something practical, like baking bread, having a massage, something to calm me at a physical level. And maybe I could be inspired by the element of air. Doing something like tapping, where I speak out the issue, or doing some chanting, or perhaps doing some journaling, putting my thoughts onto a page, finding clarity that way. And through that clarity comes calm, and perhaps a sense of purpose and direction. Or maybe I could be inspired by the element of fire and bring movement into my life. And it might be going for a cycle ride, or dancing crazily in the kitchen, or doing some exercise, even drumming, something that moves my body, moves my spirit. Or maybe I could be inspired by the element of water and do something emotionally resilient. And that might be calling on a friend. It might be taking a cleansing, relaxing bath, maybe with essential oils and some candles. It might be just shouting and screaming and getting my emotions out, or watching a film that makes me cry. Something to help me emotionally. And whatever I choose in this moment will be right in this moment. I can trust myself to find what's right for me, to help me find a sense of calm, a sense of centeredness, and from this place of calm centeredness, I can step back out into the maelstrom of the world. I can step back out into the chaos of change, feeling on a firmer footing, feeling emotionally resilient, so that nothing can overwhelm me. From a place of calm, I can dip back into the river of life, finding my footing in the moment, responding to what is happening now, rather than reacting to how I think it should be, and rather than being angry at all the change. So I'm open to the possibility of finding this calm, of being able to connect to my centre, and from this place of calm, dipping back out into the world around me and responding appropriately, finding it easier to change my thoughts from this calm centre. And take a deep breath, place your hands over your heart. The crystal can be there too. Deep breath. Transform. So I hope that you found that little tapping meditation helpful, and you can always watch it again. See how you feel, and I hope that you can weather the seas of change more gracefully. Blessed be.